Good afternoon. Welcome to Jerusalem. Now on Shabbat we read a word from the Babachur Rebbe about soldiers. The Rebbe says a soldier makes everything possible. For guys like me to sit and learn in yeshiva, for guys to stay in their offices, go to work, to have a normal life, it takes tens of thousands of soldiers risking their lives so we can maintain some sort of semblance of normal life. So, it makes you feel kind of embarrassed that someone else has to fight for me. Someone else has to risk their life and their happiness and the wives of their children. And people are dying every day so that we can enjoy life. Doesn't seem right? Doesn't seem fair. So what's our job? To feel their pain, to feel their fear, to pray for their children, pray for them, but really pray. Not just words. Prayers aren't just words. Prayers are little rockets of fire back to heaven, to open the heart of heaven, to bring down greater and greater mercy. So the Rebbe's telling us, make sure you know who you are, where you are, why you're here, how come you can be here. Because of those soldiers in the mud, in the rain, in the cold, in the snow, the frost, the hunger, the bitterness, the fear, every turn they take in Gaza. You don't know what's around that corner. But I heard a good story right now, something sweet. A group of soldiers were in Gaza, and they were going house to house, alley by alley, doorway by doorway, risking their lives, pointing those weapons. And after a while they got tired, they said it's time to take a lunch break. I guess soldiers have to take lunch breaks too. So they backed up a little bit further from the action and found a place of shelter to eat. And what do they break out? Well, what does everybody eat when you're hungry and you don't have time? A can of tuna. But there's this little thing that they do in Israel. I learned here, my kids love it. They take a can of tuna and they open it and light it on fire. And it smokes the tuna, ala makom. In that place, you get a smoked tuna. So all the soldiers are around smoking their tuna. And all of a sudden, the oil spills out, of course, and catches on fire. And they have weapons right there. And they're afraid, someone's afraid that the fiery oil is going to jump on their weapon. Then you have a real problem. And so he throws the tuna can on fire, smoking, over his shoulder outside the structure. And it lands in a hole that is actually a secret entrance to a tunnel. And there's Arab terrorists at the entrance to the tunnel. And they don't know it's a can of smoking tuna. They think it's a grenade or a pagaz, a mortar. And so they come running out of the hole with their hands up and surrender immediately because of a smoking can of tuna. So there's little moments like that they make you believe that something really is behind all this and something really important is happening here between the civilians and the army, between heaven and earth, between the Jews of Israel and the Jews outside the land. God is invested in us, and we are invested in Him. And our stock is going up. God willing, have a great week. We'll see you on all the outlets.